Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and here's part 2 of my back to school series. Today I'll be showing you how I set up my bullet journal for a new school year at university, and let's get started. But first I'll show you what I'll be using today. I have a Uni Kurutoga mechanical pencil in Rilakuma pattern, 2 Sakura Pigma microns in 01 and 05, a Tombow Furunosuke brush pen in the hard tip, a Sakura jelly roll, a white gel pen, these zebra modliners, and some Daiso soft marking pens, and of course a set of matching Muji gel pens. I'll explain in a second, but make sure you have some matching pens. So first we're starting with the first spread, which is a 4-month calendar overview for the whole term. So my school term lasts from September to December, so I make 4 calendars, one for each month, which I will be using to write down a lot of the important dates and deadlines of the school year, for each course basically. I would show you my old ones, but for privacy reasons I kind of don't want to, because it would contain a lot of, you'd be able to figure out what, actually you wouldn't, but just for privacy reasons, I don't want to show my old stuff because you would know what courses and stuff I was taking and things like that. But basically how I fill this out is, at the start of the school year, I look through all of the syllabi, the plural of syllabus, the syllabi, I don't know if that's true, okay, for each course, and I take out all of the important dates, so that would be quiz deadlines, assignment deadlines, exams, project deadlines, all those things, and I put them into this spread, just at the start of the term, because they release all these dates for you, at least in university they do, but in high school they didn't do that for me. But you could try and ask, but you probably wouldn't get a straight answer out of your teacher. They do give us those dates in university, so I put all of those things into this spread, and I just write them all out so I get a really good overview of what's going on in the month. Like each time I set up my monthly, I flip back to the spread. Sometimes when I do my weeklies, I also flip back to the spread. And it also gives me a really easy way to identify which weeks are worse or better. And that way I can plan accordingly, stuff like that. I used the Sakura Pigma microns to do the calendars. Since I'll be highlighting over them, I wanted to stay waterproof. And I used my gray Daiso highlighter to just add a little bit of accent, or something different for the headers of each day of the week. It's a pretty small space, so I abbreviate a lot of the names of my assignments, or I just write quiz 1, quiz 2. And the key to this is color coding, so I assign each class of mine a color. I don't know what your guys' conventions for color are, but personally, yellow is math, green is like biology, blue is chemistry, red is physics. But since I don't take chem or physics anymore, and I take like 3 comp sci courses, I just kind of see what I want. I just pick it pretty randomly. But in first year when I was taking all those courses, that was the color convention I used. You can argue with me in the comments, because I know a lot of people are very divided on whether math is a red subject or a yellow subject. But yeah, I'm writing in the dates with the Sakura Pigma micron. And once that's finished, that's pretty much it for the calendar spread. This is probably one of the most important spreads I use in my bullet journal, just because it's like a nice place to see what my entire term would look like. Now we're going to move on to the next spread, which will be my term schedule and the course info page. So this is normally I wouldn't show you guys what my schedule looks like, but because it's online, you wouldn't be able to track me down in person anyway. Because I would be at home at all of these times, and there's no privacy issue there, and I'm not going to write down any of the course names or anything, so that's why I'm using the Tombow Furunosuke to just write in 2020 winter term 1, just abbreviated as W1, and of course I write the word schedule because I want to be extra. And yeah, so on that left side, I'll be just writing in my timetable. If you can see now, it's pretty bad. It's at nice times, but my schedule is really, full. So sometimes I'm like, this sucks. But then I also think about how engineers have to take, 6 or 7 courses, so I don't mind as much. Yeah, you go engineers, you got this. I am writing in the hours on the left side. I give each hour 2 blocks since some classes start at 9:30. I might as well let it have like a nice line. Do you know what I mean? Like break the hour into 2 blocks since some classes start at like 9:30, 3:30, things like that. And I also realized that I started on the Sunday for my naming convention. Not really. Anyway, I made a huge mistake. So I decided to just cover it up with a black brush pen. So this is a really great trick. If you mess up big time, just put a black box over it and then fill it all in. And then I'll just go over it later in a white gel pen, and then it will be like that never happened. Lots of people use this trick. You guys should use this a lot as well. And honestly, the white on black writing is a really great look. Even if you do it unintentionally, it comes out looking pretty clean. So I totally recommend doing this, even if it's not just to cover up your mistakes. I probably should have used a better brush pen, or a bigger marker, but that's okay. I was watching TV at the time. I don't mind wasting a little bit of time. So this time, I am writing the proper dates of the week using the Sakura Jelly Roll. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know that I don't actually like this pen very much. It's just because my other good gel pen, the Uni Alpha gel pen, my other good white pen has run out of ink, so I just want to use this one up before I buy another one. It's pretty faint, so I'd recommend going over your writing a couple of times. Yeah. After that, here's where I fill in my courses. So what I did was assign each course a color, and now I'm outlining the box in using a gel pen. I also used these same color gel pens to fill out the calendars from the previous spread. For example, the green gel pen that I just used, I use that for my bio class. I would fill in all of my bio test, bio quiz, bio project, whatever, in the calendars using green, just so I have a clear view of what's going on each week, and I can easily separate between classes versus writing it all in black. And it's also a little bit cleaner than having to use a highlighter, just because that can be kind of overwhelming. So I recommend using a matching color pen and a highlighter if you can. Honestly, you could just use pens. You could just use highlighters. It's a style choice, but it's all up to you. So I finished the rest of this calendar off camera because I had to check a screenshot in my phone of my timetable, but I was using my phone to film, which is why I was so slow in filling out the first few boxes. I also made a couple of mistakes because I started accidentally reading my term 2 schedule, which is why you see the white out there. I started drawing in my term 2 schedule, and then I realized that was a term 2 class. So yeah, and then I'm using the highlighters to just add some extra pizzazz to the edges of the boxes. It kind of bothers me that the purple gel pen is not the same milder shade that matches the Mildliner, but that was literally the only purple gel pen I could find. So just gotta deal with that. And I didn't have any other colors, color gel pens that would have matched. And yeah. So just to explain my color system, green is bio. I think my blue is my earth science course about plankton or something. And then orange, purple, and yellow are all just different comp sci courses. And since I try to make yellow math as often as possible, I think my database course, I made that one yellow, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. Yeah, they all just have the same, it's all comp sci and then a number, so I don't remember the names individually. But yeah, so this term, it's gonna be pretty tough, no electives, and they're all pretty tough courses, I heard. That's okay, it will be fine. Haha. Ha. Yeah. And as I said earlier, I don't really feel weird about showing this schedule because it's technically all online, and honestly, all of my profs, I'm pretty sure, would not, they don't actually require you to go to the live lecture, especially if you live in a different time zone, so they record all of the stuff anyway. But obviously I would urge you to go to class. I took a couple summer classes where I didn't go to lectures and I just watched all the videos like at the end of the week when we had a weekly quiz. It was kind of exhausting, but I would recommend that you keep on top of your schoolwork, especially because it's online. It's a lot harder to stay on top of schoolwork. On the right side, I'm drawing a box for each class. So in these boxes, I would put important information from each course. So it would be stuff like the professor's name, their contact details, so like their email or whatever way they want you to contact them, and the TA's contact information, or like their office hours, so like the location and time of or the date of office hours as well, like if they did Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. at this room. Obviously the room doesn't matter anymore because classes are online, but for the past 2 years I have been writing in the location. Even though I don't really go to office hours, it was just good information to have in case I needed to, and I didn't want to like look through the syllabus again. So yeah, and like other stuff like course coordinator or lab manager, or like whatever extra resources were needed. And if there's space, sometimes I like to put the grading schemes, so like mark breakdown, like 50% final, 30% midterm, 10% homework, stuff like that. All of that stuff would go in these boxes as well. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it for this setup. Thank you so much for watching along, and I've been using this setup this system for 2 years now, and it's been great. So let me know if you guys try it out. It's not that unique, but I'd like to see if you guys do it. Best of luck with this coming school year, or if you don't work, best of luck with work, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, Etsy shop, and my TikTok, all at Lexi's Desk. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye!